Just let me know when you want me to get going here. It don't matter. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to Eldora Speedway. Having a little bit of some technical problems, a little bit of communication errors there, but we are green here in the first heat race for round number 13 of the Rivalz Racing League Elite Pro Series here, Eldora Speedway, the 360 Wings Sprint Cars. And we are underway. Heat race number 1. We're already 6 laps in. 8 laps is the distance. Your leader right now, Jeremy Zarfos, followed by Alex Bergeron, Adam Buchanan, Kyle Moonen actually putting a slide job right now on Adam Buchanan for that third spot. They're side by side. Rest of the field right now, Alan Downey, Jesse Costa, Jeffrey Barker, Dan Sider. Those are the drivers on the racetrack right now, but having a good time here at Eldora Speedway, ready for some great racing action here in the 360 Wing Sprint Cars at Eldora Speedway. Round number 13, as I mentioned, of the Rivalz Racing League Elite Pro Series. And I haven't really been paying attention to this series all that much, but I have heard some murmurings about it here and there, and it sounds like Alex Bergeron's definitely the guy to beat. I think he's only lost one race all season long. He does lose this heat race, however, here. He finishes second to Jeremy Zarfos. So the finish order to that one was Jeremy Zarfos, Alex Bergeron, Adam Buchanan, Kyle Moonen. Those 4 drivers will go straight to the main event. Then it's going to be Alan Downey, Jesse Costa, Jeffrey Barker, Dan Sider, and Steven Goldner, who got caught up in an accident early on in that first heat race. Second heat race getting lined up right now on the pole of this one is the number 110 of Kevin Hanley. Outside him is Jason Minat. Row 2 on the inside, actually a name that I recognize here, Cody Hartlob. And on the outside of him, that's the 22 car, Jason Nygaard. Row 3, 13, Keith Jackson. And outside of him, it's the 80 car of Chris Steele. Fourth row should be the 47 of Jason Randolph. And outside him is Shane Pierce in the 88 car. Final start of the 91 of Ernie Williams Jr. Heat race number 2 here for the Rivalz Racing League Elite Pro Series. Live here on multiple Facebook pages. I can't even keep track of all the Facebook pages. I believe Turn 5 Media is one of them. Also Rivalz Racing League Facebook page. Trying to see if we can maybe get anybody in the comments section here. If anybody's out there wanting to chime in, we'll try and have a little conversation with you in the comments section, as I am in the booth by myself here tonight. Once again, my name is Chase Rodman. Having a good time here on a Tuesday night, ready to watch some great racing action. And we've got some pretty solid drivers in the field here. And from what I've just been told, it sounds like Alex Bergeron definitely the guy to be watching for here. As somebody mentioned to me earlier, he's won every race except for one. So, but as I mentioned there, that first heat, he did not get the win, so at least he won't be on the pole for tonight's main event. Looks like a great series here. I heard also something like 10 or close to $10,000 in prize money up for grabs in this series. It should be a 20-race series, and we are on race number 13. So heat race number 2 is getting lined up. I believe the pace truck, the lights are out here ready for this second heat race to get going. And there goes that pace truck into the infield. Kevin Hanley and Jason Minat will lead the field of green here as they work into turn 1. A good start for Kevin Hanley. He'll jump out front. Big slide job for the second spot. Hartlob tried to haul it in there. Minat hanging tough on the outside. He's got the spot entering the third corner. Now Hartlob drives it in deep up the racetrack. Goes Cody Hartlob. He takes over the second spot from Jason Minat. Now Minat under fire from the 22 car of Jason Nygaard. Nygaard moves into the third spot. Minat right back underneath him. Now Minat looking for possibly 2-for-1 slide job down in the corner. He will get by Nygaard momentarily. Nygaard back around on the outside. Jason Nygaard back into third. Now pulls up next to Cody Hartlob in the center of turns 1 and 2. Slips back into that third spot. So as we will see here, normally at the Eldora Speedway on iRacing.com and in real life most of the time, the fast lane will be up on the wall. Contact for third, and Nygaard goes around off the bumper of Jason Minat. That was for the transfer side. Now Minat's in the backstretch wall, and Ernie Williams Jr., who started dead last on the field, runs in the third spot. What a turnaround for the number 91 car, Ernie Williams Jr. Started ninth and is now currently running in third. as Keith Jackson, with all of that mayhem taking place, has moved up to the 4th and final transfer spot here in heat race number 2, 2 laps ago, that time by the stripe. Jackson's got the transfer spot. Chris Steele just behind him with Jason Minat now slipping back to the 6th spot, definitely with some damage on that car as he now hits the wall again off the 4th corner. So Minat not making any friends here with all the drivers as well as the outside concrete wall as he pounds it again down the back straightaway. So definitely some rear end damage on Minat's car. As they come around for the white flag, it's Kevin Hanley. Definitely has this race in hand, followed by Cody Hartloff, Ernie Williams Jr., and Keith Jackson. Jackson's in the wall off turn 2. He might give up the transfer spot here in the final corner. He's going to have to go down to the bottom of the racetrack into turns 3 and 4, runs the slider line, and he's going to hang on to it after a close call off turn number 2. So your winner will be Kevin Hanley. Definitely showing that he was the boss in that one, nearly stretching out to a second lead there at the end of that race. Kevin Hanley with the win, followed by Cody Hartlob. From 9th to 3rd, what a drive for Ernie Williams Jr. He will find himself in a transfer spot. Then Keith Jackson ends up in the 4th position. Chris Steele, Jason Minot, Jason Nygaard, we have Jason, and Jason. You cannot make this stuff up, ladies and gentlemen. Minot 6th, Nygaard 7th, and Randolph in 8th. Then Shane Pierce rounds out the field in the number 88 car. So I believe we will have a C main event. Do not quote me on that quite yet, ladies and gentlemen. It might just be a B main, but might be a C main as well. We've only got 3 heats, so I'm not really sure. That adds up to 27 cars. We'll have about 20 or so in the feature, so I'm guessing just a B main for tonight's Rivalz Racing League. Round number 12 here, the Elite Pro Series. It's the 360 Wing Sprint Cars at the Eldora Speedway. I want to thank you so much for watching here on the Facebook pages that we are live on. Once again, I'm Chase Rodman, bringing you all the action here. Should be a great feature a little bit later on tonight. Here's the starting grid for the 3rd and final heat race. It'll be Carter Chevalier on the front row alongside the 84 car of Ryan Beagle. Row 2 is the 11 of Jonathan Short, and outside him is Sean Timmerman in the number 24. Row 3, the 95 car Dakota Kuhn, and outside of him is the 23 of Chad Cote. Row number 4 is the 97 of Brennan Lacey, and outside him the 73 car Larry Moody. Here's a guy that I'm familiar with. That's Troy Wagaman Jr. in car number 19. He starts 9th. I'm pretty sure someone told me that Wagaman is the only guy that has been able to beat Alex Bergeron in the Elite Pro Series competition here this year in the Wing 360 Sprint Car. So keep Wagaman on your radar. Actually, I don't even see Wagaman on the racetrack. He may have missed the start to this race. So Troy Wagaman, if he does make the call, he'll have to tag the back of tonight's B-main event. Not really sure what happened to him, as I do know that there was the Sim Pro Chili Bowl going on tonight, so Wagaman might have had to have some other duties to take care of tonight, as he was a big R Factor guy back in the day, so the R Factor Chili Bowl going on tonight, so he might have had to miss that. But nonetheless, we are going green here in heat race number 3 with Carter Chevalier and Ryan Beagle up front. Green flag is in the air. 8 laps, the top 4 once again heading straight to the main event. We've already got sliders being thrown into turn 1. Chevalier off the wall, nearly gets into the side of Jonathan Short right there on turn number 2. Chevalier's car does not seem too comfy up on the top of the racetrack. That thing's squirming all over the place. Good battle going on for 3rd side by side between Dakota Kuhn. Oh, there's contact right there for the 2nd spot between Kuhn and the 11. Now they're wrecking big down the back straightaway. Car upside down. That was Jonathan Short. Kuhn gets sideways. He also gets tagged by Chad Cote and the 84 of looks like Ryan Beagle involved as well. And with that, there's 4 cars left running at the head of the field. And those drivers, as long as they keep it together, will transfer straight to the main event. 5th place car of Dakota Kuhn just now coming across the stripe. And the 4th place car of Larry Moody is absolutely checked out. So we'll see if Moody's able to hang on to that thing by the end of this race. He is running the bottom of the racetrack, kind of right through the slick, and it's not really working in his favor. And I think Kuhn, if he's able to rip the wall down here for enough, or for the rest of this race, he might be able to get back in contention for a transfer spot here. We'll head back up front, though. The battle for the race lead kind of heating up between Chevalier and Sean Timmerman. And if I'm not mistaken, Timmerman up there in the point standings for the Pro Series that's coming up here in a couple weeks. The World of Outlaws Pro Series, that is. Sean Timmerman, one of the guys that's trying to qualify into that series. Now the battle for seconds heating up. Brendan Lacey all over the number 15 car of Carter Chevalier as they work down the back straightaway. I don't think Lacey's going to try anything too rash here, as he does have a huge lead over the rest of the drivers. He doesn't need to be pushing the issue here, as it does look like Dakota Kuhn has tagged the wall or something, as Ryan Beagle has moved into the 5th spot, and Kuhn is now out of the picture. So not sure what happened between those two drivers, but the checkered flag is out. Your winner is Sean Timmerman as he comes around turn number 4 and sees the checkered flag at the line. Give the 2nd spot just barely to Carter Chevalier. Very close call there for the 2nd spot. Looks like 2/100ths of a second separated Chevalier and Lacey. In the 4th position from 8th will be Larry Moody grabbing that final transfer. And your 5th place car looks like Ryan Beagle. Dakota Kuhn in 6th, Chad Cote in 7th, then Jonathan Short, and unofficially Troy Wagaman Jr. does not start the race. He finishes in the 9th spot. So we'll see if he's able to tag what looks like the C main event. So we will have a C main, and it looks like it's going to be 10 laps long, and the top 4 will move on to tonight's B main event, which will be 12 laps long, and we'll have 12 cars transferring on to the main event. So we had 3 heats, top 4. That's 12 guys locked in, 12 from the B main to make up a 24-car starting lineup. And not sure how long the main event will be. We'll have to keep you updated on that. Probably a 30-lapper if I had to guess. But as you can see, the drivers getting lined up here for this C main event. We'll go down the starting lineup here. And we've got Chad Cote, looks like, on the front row next to the 222 of Dan Sider. Row number 2, Jason Randolph and Jonathan Short. The third row will be Stephen Goldner and Shane Pierce. And then Troy Wagaman Jr., if he's able to make it into the server, will start in the 7th spot. But I believe we will start with 6, and the top 4 will move into this B main event. So a quick 10-lapper with 6 drivers. 2 of them will be going home. And, man, you definitely don't want to be one of those 2 guys not making it into a top 4 transfer spot here with a 6-car field. So we'll see if Shane Pierce and Stephen Goldner can get up on the wheel here and maybe get by a couple of cars to make into the B main and hopefully improve their chances of making it into the feature event. Drivers making their way through here on the pace lap for tonight's C main event. 6 cars, 10 laps, top 4 to the main event, or to the B main, I'm sorry, as Chad Cote gets on the gas. Gets a good start. They're already 3 wide for the 3rd spot, as Dan Sider has some kind of problem entering turn 1. Your leader bounces off the wall in the back straightaway. Chad Cote well in hand of this C main, and he's trying to crash that thing down the backstretch. All he's got to do is make a couple clean laps here, and he will find himself in B main competition. Is now the 47 of Jason Randolph. Looks down to his inside down the backstretch. Cote, man, he is windshield wiper in that thing down the back straightaway. Cannot seem to keep the front or the rear end going straight. It's wall tapping and tank slapping all over the place. So, but somehow he's staying up front as the battle for seconds going on between Goldner and Randolph. Give the spot to Randolph as they come off turn number 4. Goldner trying to drive around on the outside, nearly gives him a tap in the back bumper. Now Goldner with the big slide job into turns 1 and 2. And Stephen Goldner's got second, but Randolph turns it back down to the inside. And Stephen Goldner not messing around for the 2nd spot. 4th belongs to Shane Pierce right now, car number 88. That is the final transfer. 5th spot is Dan Sider. And those are the only 5 cars left on the racetrack. So Sider is in 5th and will not make tonight's B main if he cannot catch back up to Shane Pierce, who is running in 4th. We'll keep our eye on the battle for the 2nd spot between the 47 of Jason Randolph and the 30 of Stephen Goldner. As your leaders into the wall, Chad Cote wall rides that thing all the way through 3 and 4. Is able to bring it off the wall and keep it on all 4 wheels, but nearly cost himself not only the lead, but possibly a transfer spot to the B main. Cote pushing the absolute limits in that car right now as he gets a slider thrown on him from Stephen Goldner, but Cote drives back around on the outside. Chad Cote really pushing the issue here. I don't know if he's used to doing that, or if he's just a little nervous there on the top of the racetrack, but that thing is just out of control. And he's doing everything he can to bring home the C-Main win with just 2 laps to go that time by the stripe. They'll come down to the white flag this time in the C-Main. Cote nearly tags the mud cover off the wall right there, entering turn number 3 on the old concrete wall up there. Steven Goldner's all over him as they work off turn 2 down the backstretch. As Goldner pushes the issue here, looking for a C-Main win. He's not going to do so. It looks like he'll ride behind him, entering turn number 3 and off of 4. It's going to be Chad Cote with the C-Main win. Second will go to Steven Goldner. Third to Jason Randolph. And 4th spot, I believe it's going to go to Shane Pierce. And that is correct. The 88 of Shane Pierce will move into tonight's B-Main. And with that, we are going to take a short break. We're going to go have a word real quick with our sponsor, G-Force, great sponsor of the Rivalz Racing League here for the Rivalz Elite Pro Series. We'll be right back with a word from G-Force.
Introducing GeForce TV. GeForceTV.net is your new source for action overload. Featuring free live programming year-round and countless hours of on-demand video, GeForce TV will be your first stop whenever you want to see the latest and hottest racing action. See live Friday Night Excitement weekly from Eldora Speedway, and watch the stars of tomorrow make a name for themselves during Thursday night's live microsprint racing. GeForce TV is also the new home for Rivalz Race Chat. Watch weekly as Clinton Jeffrey and Adam Ross discuss all the hot topics in the world of motorsports. For iRacing fans, GeForce TV has you covered with hours of live broadcasting from Rivalz and GeForce TV racing leagues. GeForce TV promises to deliver motorsports, esports, and action sports you want to see, along with talk shows and vlogs to keep you connected to the lifestyle you love. Visit GeForceTV.net today to subscribe for free. Sit back, hold on, and feel the G's on GeForce TV.
The Rivalz Racing League Elite Pro Series here from Eldora Speedway. The 360 Wing Sprint Cars. It's B-Main time here, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Alan Downey, Chris Steele, Ryan Beagle, Jesse Costa, your first 2 rows. Then Jason Minat, Dakota Kuhn, Jason Nygaard, and Jeffrey Barker. Those are your first 4 rows there for this B-Main. The green flag's in the air, 12 laps to distance here. Not sure how many transfer. It says 12 in my server here, but we've only got 12 in this actual race. So not sure. I believe we'll have probably 8 transferring in. But we'll have to find out here. We're underway, and this racetrack's starting to get a little bit better and better. A lot of guys running the bottom of the track here as they work through turns 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Your leader is Alan Downey in the 17. Second spot on the bottom, the 14 of Jason Minat, making it work, dude. Calf fishing down low. He goes right by the 80 of Chris Steele. Now behind the 14 of Minat, trying to follow that success is the 84 of Ryan Beagle. Beagle runs 4th with Goldner from the C-Main. Steven Goldner already up to the 6th spot. The 30 car, Steven Goldner making it happen on the top of the racetrack. Now he's coming after Ryan Beagle for 4th. My goodness, Steven Goldner's got a hot rod here tonight. I'm not sure if he ran into problems in the heat race or what, but he definitely should not have been mired back in the C-Main. He might win this B-Main by the end of this thing. We're already 5 laps in, 7 to go. Look at Goldner split in the middle down the backstretch. The 30 of Goldner. Call him Jack Hewitt here at the Eldora Speedway. He is making moves, not faking moves, as he's now up to 3rd. Somebody give me a Steven Goldner t-shirt. Now he looks to the outside of Magnat for 2nd. Steven Goldner now up to P2 and tracking down your race leader. Last time by, Goldner was 2/10 faster than your race leader, Alan Downey. Steven Goldner on the absolute wheel right now. Now pulls up to the back bumper of Downey. To the inside, Goldner's going for the race lead, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness, Goldner from the C-Main. Started way back in the 10th spot, and in 7 laps has taken the race lead. Somebody give this guy a raise. I'm not sure how much money he's making driving for whoever he's driving for, but my goodness, he is putting on a show for us. 3 laps to go that time by the stripe. Downey runs in 2nd. Minat third, Nygaard fourth, then Steele, Beagle, Pierce, and oh man, we're 3 wide back here for about the 5th spot. Around this time by for 2 laps to go here in tonight's B main event. I believe 8 cars transferred in the 8th spots to 95 of Dakota Kuhn. Kuhn's off the wall down the back straightaway. Kuhn likes that wall more than he likes ice cream because he's hit that thing a million times tonight. He'll hit it again off turn 4. 8th spot now to Chad Cote, your C main event winner. Now Kuhn back around him on the outside. Cote down low and Kuhn on the high side. Kuhn once again drags the wall down the front straightaway. We're on the white flag one more time around here for Steven Goldner, who put on the show of the ages. He'll grab the win here in the B main. Downey second, Nygaard third, Jason Minat in the 4th spot, Chris Steele, and then we have, it looks like Shane Pierce, Jeffrey Barker, Dakota Kuhn, and I believe your final guy in the transfer was Jeffrey Barker. So those were your top 8 drivers right there. And just like that, we are into the warm-up here before tonight's feature event. It's going to be a 35-lap main event with, it looks like, 24 cars starting this main event. So should be a very, very interesting main event here. I'm excited to see. I'm not sure if he was just kind of racing with some guys that maybe aren't as skilled as the rest of the field, but Steven Goldner from the C main will start 13th in this feature. He's got 35 laps to try and make something happen here and put on a show. So I'm excited to see what he can do here. But obviously it's going to be tough with some very, very tough competitors at the front of this field, including Jeremy Zarfos, Kevin Hanley, Sean Timmerman, Alex Bergeron, and Cody Hartlob, just to name a few. I want to thank everybody watching at home on the various Facebook pages that we are on right now, including 39 Design Company, Turn 5 Media, and the Rivalz Elite Pro Series, the league page. We got Weston Newell watching. Go Team SETI. I'm not really sure what that exactly means, but Weston, we appreciate you watching here tonight. Once again, I'm Chase Rodman, having a good time here. We've got about 3 minutes and 50 seconds before we get going here for tonight's main event. 35 laps, giving these drivers a 5-minute warm-up session to maybe make some last-second adjustments here on their race cars. This is round number 13 of this Rivalz Racing League Elite Pro Series. This is I believe a 20. I believe it's a 20-race series here, and someone told me it's at least $10,000 the prize pool. So whoever wins the championship here, which I believe Alex Bergeron is leading it right now, will come home with a couple $1,000s, which is fantastic to see here in sim racing. Once again, we're going to take a short break with 3 minutes left in warm-ups, and we're going to hear a word from our sponsor, G-Force. So we'll send it off to them, and we'll come right back with tonight's main event.
Introducing GeForce TV. GeForceTV.net is your new source for action overload. Featuring free live programming year-round and countless hours of on-demand video, GeForce TV will be your first stop whenever you want to see the latest and hottest racing action. See live Friday Night Excitement weekly from Eldora Speedway, and watch the stars of tomorrow make a name for themselves during Thursday night's live microsprint racing. GeForce TV is also the new home for Rivalz Race Chat. Watch weekly as Clinton Jeffrey and Adam Ross discuss all the hot topics in the world of motorsports. For iRacing fans, GeForce TV has you covered with hours of live broadcasting from Rivalz and GeForce TV racing leagues. GeForce TV promises to deliver motorsports, esports, and action sports you want to see, along with talk shows and vlogs to keep you connected to the lifestyle you love. Visit GeForceTV.net today to subscribe for free. Sit back, hold on, and feel the G's on GeForce TV.
for the feature event, 35 laps. And we've got another shout out on Facebook. Kevin and Stacy Hartlob cheering on Cody Hartlob. Good to see some people chiming in on the Facebook chat. Here's tonight's starting lineup for the 35 lap main event from the Eldora Speedway for the 360 wing sprint cars. It's going to be Jeremy Zarfos and Kevin Hanley on the front row. Then Sean Timmerman and Alex Bergeron in row number 2. Row 3, Cody Hartlob, Carter Chevalier. And in the 4th row, it's Adam Buchanan and Ernie Williams Jr. Row 5, Brennan Lacey and Kyle Moonen. Row number 6 will be Keith Jackson and Larry Moody. Row 7, this is the guy I'm going to be watching for right here, Stephen Goldner. And then Alan Downey, who is outside. Jason Nygaard and Jason Minap make up row number 8 with Chris Steele and Shane Pierce in the 9th row. Row number 10 is going to be the 95 of Dakota Kuhn and the 23 of Chad Cote. Then we have Jason Randolph, Ryan Beagle, Jesse Costa will round out the field here. So 24 cars, we're going green here off turn number 4, round number 13 of the Elite Pro Series 360 wing sprint cars from the Eldora Speedway, round number 13 of this series. Down the backstretch and into turn number 3, it's going to be Jeremy Zarfos jumping out with the lead, and he will lead lap number 1 over Alex Bergeron. Nope, it's going to be the 24 of Sean Timmerman running in the 2nd spot at the line. Bergeron down low, running the inside groove. Not sure how long that's going to last for him. As we've seen here in the past, the top side here at the Eldora Speedway definitely comes in to be a lot faster than that bottom side. We've almost got a battle for the lead. Sean Timmerman looking down low into turn number 1. Timmerman tries the bottom of the racetrack down in 1 and 2, but Zarfos off the top with momentum will lead the field in turn number 3. Now Timmerman with a big slide jump in the corner. Timmerman's got it, but Zarfos right back underneath him. Zarfos the lead lap number 4 with Bergeron running in the 3rd spot. Then 4th is Cody Hartlob and 5th is Adam Buchanan. 6th is Carter Chevalier. Chevalier underneath of Buchanan takes back the 5th spot in turn number 3. Back up front, it is still. Actually, it is now Sean Timmerman. As I was looking back through the field, Timmerman has now taken the lead away from Jeremy Zarfos as Bergeron starts to slip back a little bit in the 3rd spot. Still a lot of laps to go here in tonight's main event. Everyone's starting to move up to the high side of the speedway as Zarfos is kind of cheating the entry a little bit, kind of enters in a little bit below the cushion while the rest of his competitors are entering in on it. Now here comes Bergeron with a big move to the inside, turn 3. Bergeron up the track. Zarfos will drive around him on the outside and have that 2nd spot at lap number 7. 28 laps to go for Sean Timmerman up front. If we continue to stay green here, Timmerman will get the lap traffic by the end of this thing, which will make it a little bit more interesting here. We've got Shane Bruce cheering somebody on in the chat along with Jamie Cowie. Great to see some people here in the Facebook chat cheering on some of their favorite drivers. Top 5, it is Sean Timmerman up front, followed by Jeremy Zarfos. Caution coming out here on lap number 8. Let's see if we can find out who the caution was for. There it is, Dakota Kuhn, who has been flirting with disaster all night long from the C main to the B main, and finally gets involved in some kind of accident here in the feature, runs into the back of the 88 car of Shane Pierce, and then gets destroyed by the 47 car of Jason Randolph and tips that thing over. Is able to land on all 4s and keep on digging, but definitely going to be some heavy damage for the 95 of Dakota Kuhn. Quickly, a rundown of your top 5 here under caution. It is Sean Timmerman showing the way in car number 24, followed by the 20 car of Jeremy Zarfos. Behind him is going to be the 12 of Alex Bergeron, then the 2 of Cody Hartlob. 5th spot is the 73 of Larry Moody. Then we have the 91 of Ernie Williams Jr. in 6th. 7th is the 44 of Adam Buchanan. The 8th spot is the 13 of Keith Jackson. Then the 15 of Carter Chevalier. And Chris Steele in the 80 rounds out the top 10 here. Still a lot of laps to go. 25 remain for your race leader, Sean Timmerman. He's been running the top of the racetrack the entire race. This time, though, he's going to have to restart on the bottom. Double file restarts here in the Rivalz Elite Pro Series, which is a great thing. I love double file restarts, especially in the wing sprint cars. So Timmerman will go to the bottom. That's going to give the preferred line here. If Zarfos can get a good start, he's going to have that preferred group going into turn 1. Pace lights are out on the pace car. He should be ducking off into the pit road here to relieve the field in the hands of the 24 car of Timmerman and the 20 of Zarfos. Green flag back in the air. A restart for Alex Bergeron. He's already by Zarfos. Now looking for the lead in the turn 1. Big slide job for the lead. Bergeron's got it. Timmerman back to the inside. Contact for the third spot. Go around. It's going to be Jeremy Zarfos right in front of the whole field. He gets drilled by the 22. The 22 of Jason Nygaard absolutely T-bones him down the backstretch. And a tough break for your early race leader, Jeremy Zarfos, as he got into the side of Cody Hartlob down the backstretch and turned him head on into the back straightaway wall. And that'll be the end of the night for Jeremy Zarfos. And there's got to be some damage to the 22 car of Jason Nygaard right there, as he absolutely drilled drilled Zarfos when he came back up the racetrack right there. And hearing over the one-way communications here, over the receiver, that we will have a single file restart here when we go back green. I'm not sure what the exact rules are with the series, but I'd have to believe we have a caution on a double file restart that will make us revert back to single file restarts here to try and clean up the action here. Looks like we are still under pace. I think the pace lines will go out this time by. It's going to be Alex Bergeron. He took the lead at the perfect moment there as the caution came out, and at the timing loop, Bergeron was in front of Sean Timmerman. And now he even gets another lucky break there as the restarts were chained to single file. So Timmerman's not even going to be able to start next to him. So Bergeron definitely getting a lucky break there. With now 20 laps to go, it'll be 19 to go when we go back green. Bergeron leads Timmerman, Hartlaw, Moody, and Williams. Jackson, Goldner up to the 8th spot, then Lacey and Chevalier. Here we go. We are going green this time by off turn 4. We'll see if Sean Timmerman's got anything left for Alex Bergeron. We go back to racing. They both go to the top of the racetrack in turns 1 and 2 as Cody Hartlob tries the middle, Donnie Schott style, through the middle of the corner in turns 1 and 2. Hartlob back to the middle in 3 and 4 this time, while your top 2 work the top side of the speedway. Timmerman kind of maintaining pace here with the 12 car of Alex Bergeron. Look like here, Bergeron a little bit sideways on the exit of turn 2 right there. Timmerman closing in on him. Here they come off the top side of the racetrack in turn 4. A little bit of a bobble from the 12 of Bergeron right there. Lap times look like this. Bergeron with a 15.472 and Timmerman with a 15.430. So he's a little bit better. Looking for the slide job into turn number 3. Big move out of Sean Timmerman. He's got the lead momentarily. Bergeron right back underneath him to lead lap number 19. Bergeron's going to crowd him a little bit up the racetrack right there in turn number 1. Down the back straightaway, Timmerman trying to regroup here and catch back up to the 12 car of Alex Bergeron. Bergeron, the 2020 World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series champion for the Pro Series on iRacing.com, but Timmerman not afraid of him as he's trying to track him down here and win round number 13 with the Rivalz Elite Pro Series. Down the front straightaway they go this time by. Timmerman with a 15.488, Bergeron with a 15.491. So Timmerman still about 3 1,000ths better. The cushion getting pushed closer and closer to the wall. Now Timmerman gets into the wall, and that might be all she wrote right there. Timmerman kind of put the right front tire right into the wall right there, and that's going to cost him a lot of time. Let's see what the battles look like for the 4th spot. Larry Moody's got it, but Ernie Williams Jr. working to his outside. Good battle for 4th. Now throw the 2 of Cody Hartlob in the mix. 3-car battle for the 3rd spot. 3 cars going at it for the 3rd position. The 2 car of Cody Hartlob got it. Now Larry Moody and Ernie Williams Jr. kind of going at it as well with him here. There goes Moody with a big move to the inside. He'll try and roll the middle of the track, but not a whole lot of grip down there. And Moody will slip back to 5th. Larry Moody, one of the only guys in the field kind of working the bottom side of the track, kind of working in the slick stuff. And now, just as I say that, Hartlob bounces off the wall. Cody Hartlob tagged the wall in turn 3, loses 2 positions down the front straightaway. Hartlob's in danger of losing another one. Here comes the 13 of, who is that? The 13 of Keith Jackson. Not able to get by Hartlob quite yet. Now he's going to clear that slider into turn number 3. To the 5th spot now as Hartlob might have some damage here. Definitely some damage to the number 2 car of Hartlob as he pounded the wall in turn 3 a few laps ago. Out around this time by 8 laps remaining for the number 12 car of Alex Bergeron. Back about 8 car lengths or so, and he's not close enough to be able to track him down here. Ernie Williams Jr. runs third. Larry Moody fourth. And Keith Jackson in fifth. Williams off the wall in turn number 3. Ernie Williams Jr. bounces off the wall. That brings Larry Moody, and it looks like the 13 car, Keith Jackson, in the mix. Almost a 3-car battle for third. The bottom step of the podium still up for grabs here. Try and protect. He kind of runs the slide job line right there in turns 3 and 4. Trying to protect any moves from the 13 car of Keith Jackson. On the back straightaway, though, they go. It's Keith Jackson right behind the 91 car of Ernie Williams Jr. 5th is Larry Moody. 6th is Stephen Goldner from the C main, ladies and gentlemen. Stephen Goldner on the move. Caution coming out with 5 laps to go. Caution flag wave. Let's see who it is. Possibly Jesse Costa. Taking a look at see who was the yellow here, ladies and gentlemen. Don't see anything quite yet. Oh, there it is right there. Little contact. Cody Hartlob into the barrels. The number 2 car, Cody Hartlob, was trying to slow down to make it to pit road to serve a penalty. And the 51 of Jeffrey Barker got into the back of him and put Cody Hartlob straight into the barrels right there on the entrance to the pit road. And that is going to bring out the caution with less than 5 laps to go. It's going to be a shootout when we go back green, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're going to have 2 laps remaining when the green flag flies, and that is good news for Sean Timmerman, as he will have one more shot to get by the 12 car of Alex Bergeron here. A single file restart when they go back green. Alex Bergeron, I'm guessing, not really feeling any type of pressure here, as he has won, I believe, 11 out of the 12 races that have been contested. Obviously a winner in the Pro Series with the World of Outlaws Series here on iRacing.com. But Sean Timmerman looking for a nice win here to be able to beat that 12 car. Any type of car, any racetrack here on iRacing.com, he's definitely one of the best there is. Lights are out, coming around. It's going to be a green-white checker finish to end round number 12 of the Rivalz Elite Pro Series, round number 12 from Eldora Speedway. Sorry, round number 13, I should say. Here we go. Back on the throttle. We'll see what Sean Timmerman has here. Coming around for the white flag next time by Sean Timmerman. Big move to the inside on the restart. Timmerman's got it. Bergeron right back underneath him. Timmerman's got to get back up on him here as they work to the top side of the racetrack in turns 3 and 4. White flag coming out for Alex Bergeron. Timmerman's got to try a slide job into turns 3 and 4 as they work to the top in turns 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. One more time. Timmerman with a run on him. Down the back stretch. In the 3 and 4, he's going to try the slide job. Bergeron's going to have to tap the brake and turn it back to the inside. It's going to be a drag race to the line. It's going to be Bergeron barely over Sean Timmerman. My goodness, what a finish to this one. Bergeron barely clearing Sean Timmerman for the win there. 0.032, the margin of victory for Alex Bergeron tonight at the Eldora Speedway. Sean Timmerman putting up a great fight there, ladies and gentlemen. Ernie Williams Jr. third, Keith Jackson and Larry Moody round out the top 5. What a finish to that one. Cow. We are going to take a short break, ladies and gentlemen, to hear from our sponsor, G-Force. And when we come back, we are going to hear from our winner, Alex Bergeron. He's out there doing donuts on the speedway. He's pumped up after that exciting finish. We'll talk to him here after a short word from G-Force.
Introducing GeForce TV. GeForceTV.net is your new source for action overload. Featuring free live programming year-round and countless hours of on-demand video, GeForce TV will be your first stop whenever you want to see the latest and hottest racing action. See live Friday Night Excitement weekly from Washougal Speedway and watch the stars of tomorrow make a name for themselves during Thursday night's live microsprint racing. G-Force TV is also the new home for Rivalz Race Chat. Watch weekly as Clinton Jeffrey and Adam Ross discuss all the hot topics in the world of motorsports. For iRacing fans, G-Force TV has you covered with hours of live broadcasting from Rivalz and G-Force TV racing leagues. G-Force TV promises to deliver motorsports, esports, and action sports you want to see, along with talk shows and vlogs to keep you connected to the lifestyle you love. Visit GeForceTV.net today to subscribe for free. Sit back, hold on, and feel the G's on G-Force TV.
And we are back here at the Eldora Speedway after what was an exciting finish to a 35-lap main event that saw Alex Bergeron beat Sean Timmerman by just .032 at the finish. But real quick, we're going to talk to our third-place finisher, Ernie Williams Jr., the car number 91. Ernie, you started 9th in the heat, dude. You got into a transfer spot. You start 8th in the feature. End up on the bottom step of the podium in third after a great battle there with Keith Jackson and Cody Hartlaw. Tell us about the race, man. The track was tricky. It always is here at Eldora Speedway with the cushion right up on the wall like that.
Yeah, absolutely. That car got away from me. Missed the setup a little bit there towards the end. But yeah, it was the track definitely got a little bit more slicker than what I was expecting. It all in all, third place, we'll take it. Good points tonight. Yeah, I started back in the heat race because my car was so tight in qualifying. I hit the wall both laps. It was not very good then. It didn't start out good. But all in all, not bad. Plus, I just went to VR here like the last 5 or 6 races. So if I got into anybody in that race, I'm deeply sorry, and that's unintentional because I know I got into one Sean or Shane on the in heat 1. But all in all, not a bad night. Congratulations for Alex and Sean on their first and second.
Absolutely, man. Well, those guys obviously starting there in row 2. You had to come from the 4th row. Do you think if you started a little bit closer to the front that you might have had a shot at maybe those top 2 guys there?
Nah. Car went away too bad. I was barely hanging on right there. If it had been another 5 laps, I probably would have had to give up the spot. I was pretty much running the defensive line there towards the end. And even when the last caution came out, I was worried about it getting around me because my car's just – the last 10, 12 laps, it just was not what I was looking for. Made some adjustment, and it just didn't help me. And if anything, they hurt. So, yeah, third place to be lucky. Like I said, another 5 laps, I'd probably finish 4th or 5th. I don't know how far 5th place behind Keith, but I heard him there probably for 5, 6 laps. And like I said, I was just basically running the defensive line and maintained third spot. But, yeah, that caution didn't help me any at all. Hell, they was racing, and I couldn't even get to either one of their bumpers. I mean, it fell perfectly for me if I want it, with them slide jobbing each other in the last 2 laps. But my car wasn't there.
I got you, man. Well, congratulations on a third place run. Do you have any sponsors you want to thank or anybody you want to say hi to that's watching at home?
Absolutely. Good shout out to Tim Nichols with Tim's Dirt Track Simulators. I know he had a loss in the family today, and some things got changed around on the Motorama deal. Black Diamond Motorsports been putting a lot of time in lately here, trying to get our cars back up front on a regular basis. You guys for doing the broadcast, man. You guys did an awesome job. Can't wait to go back and watch it. And congratulations to Alex and Sean on their win, and second place to Sean. You guys have a good one. We'll see you next week.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's Ernie Williams Jr. ends up in the 3rd spot tonight in car number 91. And real quick, now we'll talk to the 2nd place driver. That's Sean Timmerman driving car number 24. Sean, what a finish to that one. Did you think that coming off turn 4 that you were going to be that close? Because it seems like every time you kind of threw a slide job at Alex, he'd nearly clear you all the way by the time you guys got back to the stripe. But that time, I mean, you guys were dead even. I mean, he had you by maybe a wheel at the finish line. That was pretty close there, man.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd be able to get that good of a run off turn 4. I expect Bergeron to have a little bit better drive off, but we gave her my all.
Absolutely, man. I mean, I've been kind of paying attention to the qualifying series for the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink sprint car deal here on iRacing, and it seems like you're kind of up there in the points trying to get your Pro Series license, racing with a guy like Bergeron and nearly beating him right there. I mean, that's got to give you a lot of confidence, heading into obviously the rest of the season here with the Rivalz guys and with this, possibly making the Pro Series here coming up in a few weeks.
Yeah, well, with the Pro Series, I've had a few bad weeks, so we're kind of making up for it now. But yeah, it's definitely fun coming out here and being able to race with Bergeron and some other pretty.
Midway through the race here tonight, it seemed like you were maybe faster than him. I was kind of checking the lap times there a couple times, and you were a couple hundreds, maybe a couple thousandths faster than every now and again. And there was that one time you kind of hit the wall a little bit with the right front, and you kind of fell out of the mix there. It seems like once you get like a little bit of separation, maybe 2 or 3 tenths, maybe 4 tenths away, it's kind of harder to keep up with the guy in front of you. It's almost like there's almost like a draft here at Eldora Speedway, it seems like. What do you feel from your point of view? It seemed like when you were right on him, you could really keep up with him, run good laps, but when you got a little bit behind him, you started to lose a little bit of time.
Well, I mean, the reason I'm able to keep up with him when I'm right on his bumper is because I don't feel I have to make up a lot of ground, because I can still throw a slider at any time. But when you fall back a few tenths, kind of just makes you want to push a little bit harder, and then you just end up making mistakes.
Absolutely, man. Well, Sean, congratulations on a good second place run. Nearly a win here tonight, man. That was an awesome race to watch. Do you have any sponsors or anybody you'd like to thank here tonight that might be watching the broadcast?
Yeah, I'd like to thank everyone over at American Dirt Motorsports, Dirt Co. Media House, Sprint Car Insider, Ram Graphics, Full Velocity Racing Network, and I think that's it.
Well, Sean, congrats on the second place run tonight. Fantastic race between yourself and Alex Bergeron, and I'm sure we'll see you at the next one.
Yes, we will.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's Sean Timmerman, and real quick, we will now talk with tonight's 35-lap main event feature winner, just barely over Sean Timmerman, Alex Bergeron. Alex, were you expecting it to be that close to the line, man? Because, Sean threw a couple sliders. I mentioned that to him that, he threw a couple, and you were able to clear him really quickly down the straightaway. Did you think you were going to be that close to the start-finish line right there? You nearly lost the race there.
Yeah, I didn't expect that at all. I saw him there and throwing a slide job there in front of me, and just instead of running that cushion all the way to him and just trying to get that momentum, trying to cut the corner down and get more speed and cut the corner so I can be closer to him, and actually paid off. Second would have been good, but winning is even better.
With all of your experience on this simulation, especially in the Pro Series that we just saw wrap up a couple weeks back, do you think you feel like you have some kind of advantage on the rest of the field here that was here tonight? Obviously, being the sprint car champion this year for the Pro Series, do you think there's kind of a target on your back when you come into these leagues and try and beat these guys? Obviously, Timmerman, I was just talking to him. It seems like he really wanted to beat you bad, and he nearly did tonight. But do you think you kind of have a target on your back?
Well, I know a lot of people want to be at the pro level for sure. But I always put goals, and I don't want to just stay where I was at. I always push forward and always push to be the best. So these guys, they're a lot of good guys, and they're all fast. So you always got to push hard and be ready for all these races. Just like the Pro Series, each of these races we have leagues, special races, big events. You gotta push yourself and make sure your team is ready.
Absolutely, man. Well, congratulations on the win tonight. It's an exciting one to watch. Do you have any sponsors? I know you do, and some people you want to thank.
Absolutely. Team ABR, World Crew, Jason Nygaard, my teammate. He had a rough run tonight, but he was running good in there in qualifying. So shout out to him. He's a huge part of Team ABR. My girlfriend, team manager, Rebecca, my dad for watching, all the fans out there for tuning in, all of our partners, CSI Shocks, Pit Logic App, BK Designs, Martin Farm Equipments, and all of our other sponsors. And you guys for broadcasting tonight, and Rivalz for putting this series up.
Well, there he is, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight's feature winner, Alex Bergeron. An exciting race here at the Eldora Speedway for the 360 Wing Sprint Cars for the Rivalz Elite Pro Series. And I believe that's all the action we've got for you here tonight. I had a lot of fun broadcasting this race tonight. A real quick show, and it's always great when the races go quick and we see a good one. So thanks to everybody that was kind of talking to us on Facebook chat there. Always fun to interact with the fans. And next week, not sure where the series heads off to, but should be a really exciting race. Hopefully a good turnout, and hopefully another good one that we saw here tonight. Thanks to GeForce, Turn 5 Media, also 3-9 Streaming. We'll see you guys next week here for the Rivalz Elite Pro Series. I'm Chase Rodman. Have a great night.
Introducing GeForce TV. GeForceTV.net is your new source for action overload. Featuring free live programming year-round and countless hours of on-demand video, GeForce TV will be your first stop whenever you want to see the latest and hottest racing action. See live Friday Night Excitement weekly from Eldora Speedway, and watch the stars of tomorrow make a name for themselves during Thursday night's live microsprint racing. GeForce TV is also the new home for Rivalz Race Chat. Watch weekly as Clinton Jeffrey and Adam Ross discuss all the hot topics in the world of motorsports. For iRacing fans, GeForce TV has you covered with hours of live broadcasting from Rivalz and GeForce TV racing leagues. GeForce TV promises to deliver motorsports, esports, and action sports you want to see, along with talk shows and vlogs to keep you connected to the lifestyle you love. Visit GeForceTV.net today to subscribe for free. Sit back, hold on, and feel the G's on GeForce TV.